Oh boy, today is a special night. I need a room for the night at the hotel. Hello, I'm here for the room for one.
Oh sure, your room number is 69. Enjoy your stay.
I'm glad that Truffles didn't cause trouble. Chancellor Nabisco is the reason why Truffles caused trouble back then, and now she's changed.
Hello, Chowder. I have been looking for you. Are you lost?
Oh no. You're Jason G. How did you find me?
It's a long story. I was on the search for you. I was going to stuff you, but someone freed you. Then I have came to Goanimate City to find you. And there you are. You're mine. As a child, my family was killed by your show. And then I got sent to the Williams home for punishment for crying. I have no other choice but to have revenge and has sent me. Your life is finished, Chowder. And now, I am to kill you for the murdering of my family. Any final words, Chowder?
Hey Jason, you stop that right now. You leave him alone. You know you can't touch him.
What the Rottweiling hell is going on in there?
Well, as you can see, Mr. Riff Raff, I saw Jason G is going to hurt the guest because his family is dead, because he threatens to kill him.
He did what? Jason G. I should have known. You brought your gun to the hotel to kill the guest. How dare you? I'm so pissed and furious with you. That does it. Security. Yes, Mr. Riffraff. Escort Jason G out of the fucking hotel at once.
Jason G, you're out of the hotel for trying to kill the guest.
Are you okay? And who are you?
My name is Chowder, and I haven't met you since your first Super Groovey Goanimate movie. You must be Craig the Stickman, and I'm glad you and Riff Raff saved me from that mean old Jason G. He hated me.
No problem. Oh, and by the way, Chowder, I just called Misty, Truffles and Mrs. Ender to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah, I hope nobody will ever try to hurt you or anyone else ever again.
Oh, thank you.
Hey Mr. Riffraff, how is Chowder?
As you can see, Misty, Chowder is having problems with Jason G. He accused his show for killing his family. Craig the Stickman has witnessed what Jason G. is going to do to Chowder.
Oh, can you excuse me for a moment? I need to have chat with Chowder.
Sure, Misty, I'll take the gun with me, so in that case I needed to use it.
Chowder, Jason G has a family who died because of your show, and then he was the first one to be in the Williams house for punishment crybabies. Mr. and Mrs. Williams hated children. They were called crybabies. The Gallo Killers catches them and eats them, and then Anne Jefferson has parents. She loved them so much, and she has a dog that I hated. His name is Poochie. She wanted Poochie to become best friends with him. She went to school, she went to the park, and other stuffs, and then she and Poochie went to bed at 12 a.m. Sadly, one stormy night, something bad happens years ago, and then Anne's parents tried to hide, but it was too late, so lightning killed them, and Poochie was tried to save her parents, but it was too late, so Anne had to bury them to the cemetery. She cried because she missed her parents, and then her sadistic step-parents comes in and confronts her, and punishment is to become the prisoner. They have orphaned Poochie her parents. They are sadistic just like their step-parents, and then, one August night, Mr. and Mrs. Williams captured Poochie, and then forced Anne to get rid of him for good. And then Anne got rid of Poochie by chaining him in the brick. Poochie says his last words before she dropped the brick with him into the water. And then Anne drops the brick and Poochie into the river. And then Mr. and Mrs. Williams were furious with Anne crying like a baby. And then the Williams warned her about the Gala carriers, the monster that eats children who cries like a baby. The Williams will let them have her unless she stops crying. And later, she walked away with sadness for nobody was around to see her. She was so cute for Poochie who was drowned. Poochie is now exhausted. And the flash where Chuck was upset with his and thought he was a monster. And then Annie sent a flashback into the teleport to the next universe and found out that Poochie was dead. And then drives Poochie from Flapjack's universe, where she is in her parents' car, and asks Alicia that Poochie was murdered. Alicia replies to Anne about Poochie's death, and later that night, I came along and saw Poochie's dead body, and then I drove her parents' car and threw him back into the water. Later that night, alone in another cemetery, she buried him into the graveyard, and then she has no other things but to get revenge on me. End of that story.
Wow, thank you for the story. Did the Williams disappear without a trace?
Yes they did, but they pretend to exist after disappearing with no traces. And if there's something wrong with you, I can help.
Yes, Misty, thank you for the advice.
You're welcome. Now let's you wanna go eat at the dining room.